Do you believe in Atlantis,
Yes,
Joe
I
Rogan?
do. Yes, I do. I think it was a real place.
You talked about the younger Dryas.
Yeah.
And I was watching a thing recently, actually, about how they think that the Egyptians just found the pyramids and the Sphinx, and how you can see that the younger Dryas affecting the Sphinx and the pyramids like that, and how that shit happened. I mean,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
I'm not fully as encompassed as you, I'm sure, because I just now learned about the younger Dryas. But
well, for sure, this is what you can say for sure, because this gets people very upset. For sure,
does it?
Yeah, this
Okay,
is because they. But I don't know why. But just you have to kind of like say a few things.
Okay.
One thing is that for sure the Egyptians made it because it was in Egypt.
Okay.
Like it's just different.
Yes,
different
sir.
era. It's. I think what we're saying is they're people from a different era.
Yes, sir.
And this is the whole proposal that Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson have.
Yes, sir.
In like with that younger Dryas impact theory, people get crazy about this and they think it's.
Well, I
there's
didn't
people
mean
that
to
even call
offend
it,
anybody if
but
I did. Okay.
No, you definitely didn't.
Okay.
But there's people that call it a racist theory. It's very strange because it's
Really?
Yeah. It's real weird, and they've applied that to Graham Hancock, and it's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. He's not saying anything about the race of the people that did it. It's about time. The whole issue is about time. And what they believe is that somewhere around 11,800 years ago, and probably a couple other times, we got obliterated by comet impacts. Comet fragments slammed into the earth, and there's a lot of evidence of this. Physical evidence of iridium, levels of iridium, nanodiamonds that happen on impact. This shit is all over the world. And you could find giant craters in places where, like Greenland, and there's places where 100% they got obliterated by a giant chunk of something. What they believe is that this ended the Ice Age, and this is what caused all the melting of the ice caps that were above North America, and that's where all this massive flooding came from, and that's where the Great Lakes come from. And he thinks that it was a civilization-ending event where very few people survived, and they essentially had to rebuild from there. And so the amazing society that built the pyramids, whoever those people were, by the time this younger Dryas impact thing happens, who knows what kind of civilization they had at that point.
Sure.
But they might have been far more advanced than us.
Sure.
Just in a different way.
Sure.
And for sure they knew how to move stone in a way we still don't understand.
Right.
We have no idea how the fuck they did that. No idea how they made 2,300,000 stones meet perfectly at the top and then covered in smooth limestone. It's fucking insane.
And channel energy.
Yeah, well,
And and vibrate inside of the pyramid to channel fucking energy.
Who knows what they were doing when they built that?
It's crazy, and I didn't mean to offend anyone. And
No.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said it the way I said.
No, not at all.
I just
No,
wanted
no.
to clarify because it's a weird thing that people keep saying.
Because I just learned about this, and watching videos about it and learning about all this stuff, and you got to first off take everything with a grain of salt, of course. But then it's like, fuck, it's fucking actually crazy. And now is there xenon on Mars?
What is xenon?
The xenon, there's a chemical that, so the soil on Mars is supposedly enriched with xenon enough to, it's like, I'll just throw out an arbitrary number, 1,000 megatons of nuclear. It comes from nuclear explosions.
What?
So, and they said
That's
that
where
the
it comes
soil
from?
they said that the soil on Mars is super packed with it.
Yo, imagine if Mars
If
was
there was
like
a nuclear
war
on Mars.
where they just obliterated the whole planet.
How do you feel about the face?
So the problem with the faces, it was a very low resolution
Right.
camera, and it was convenient. And then when they went over it a second time, it's weird in the shape of it, but it didn't look like a face anymore.
So how do you feel about NASA having its own photoshopping branch?
Do they?
There's people at NASA that Photoshop. You look at a picture of Mars, what color do you think it is? It's like
a dusty
it's
tan.
like orange.
Right?
Would you pull up the real pictures of Mars, what they actually look like without the fucking filter on them?
What do
Am
they
I
look
crazy?
What does
Check
Mars
it
actually?
out.
Well, isn't it like
It
Earth
is
where there's
crazy.
different spots that have like different color ground?
I don't know. So they put, so you look at pictures of Mars from like 20 to 30 years ago,
Okay.
or whatever, and then you look at pictures of Mars now, they are drastically different because people caught on to like, why are you throwing a filter on Mars? It
So they were
doesn't look-
changing the
it doesn't
color of
look
Mars?
like that. Yeah.
Interesting.
I'll pull up the photos I'm seeing, and you direct me to what it is.
Look at that one. Look at that one.
Like this one?
No, the first one.
This one?
Third one. Sorry, sir.
Oh, like on the ground.
The ground.
Look at the sky there. Okay.
Right.
Look at the sky there. Look
Okay.
at the ground there, and then look at the second one. Even for in fact, there's an orange tint to everything on every picture that we've ever seen of it. But then if you look at it, look up maybe Mars without orange filter.
But the lunar module doesn't look orange. Look at the lunar module. It's pure white.
It's just a filter. It's not pure white.
okay.
Look at that. Like that looks just like Earth. It looks like a place on Earth. That could be a place on Earth, totally.
Right. Except for this, the sky is a little fucked up looking.
Let's do
Mars
NASA
doesn't-
Photoshop. I don't know. What do you call like a? I keep saying branch, but like it's like
Well, I do know that just one way to explain some of it is that a lot of the photos they get from the telescopes are like not actual, like with these cameras, it's not just taking a photo.
sure,
It's taking data that has to be compiled into
sure,
a photo.
sure.
And then
Are these not from the rover though?
they are.
I'm
That's
not.
but
I'm
like,
talking about like landscape photos. No,
but
not-
wouldn't it make sense that Mars looks different in different spots? And wouldn't it make sense that it looks different with different conditions?
Like,
it certainly does.
Mars
well,
doesn't have
not
any
that.
clouds.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like a photo like that, for instance, can't be taken normally. It has to
Right,
be,
right. But like the
That looks
landscape
like-
photos,
That looks
the
like
landscape
a space
photos.
monkey. It looks like a space monkey. Look at that. Doesn't that
He's
look
chill.
like a monkey?
That dude's chill as fuck.
Is that a real photo, Jamie? That picture looks like a space monkey. That picture that you just had up. Look at that.
He's cool. That's your new.
Doesn't it?
logo.
This
Yeah,
says
he's
Photoshop NASA photos give new life to outer space imagery.
yeah, they're
That's
turning
so
into a
fun.
monkey.
That's
a
not
monkey
real.
going
That's
like,
not real. That's not
"Hey."
real, right?
That's where so if you were one of these NASA Photoshop people,
exactly.
you would manipulate the photos in a little bit of a way to make them look a little more extraordinary.
Well,
So-
there's
Well,
well,
that
there's something.
we
seems
talk
like
about them.
lying.
It
No, it's crazy.
I'm trying to use the right words here because like I can take a photo of you, Joe, and make it look, or both of you. Either
Could you put like the handsome filter on?
Yeah,
us?
like there's
for me at least.
you can make
I want a kitty cat
Photoshop make
nose.
it look away. It didn't really look to anybody's eyes in the room.